No, Egyptians did not call their rulers pharaohs. For 3,000 years, Egypt was ruled by pharaohs. Or was it? In fact, Egyptians used other titles. Nesut meant king or ruler. Horus referred to the king as a divine entity. The term pharaoh came into use during the New Kingdom period. The word literally meant great house. Egyptian rulers had more poetic titles, such as Son of Ra, Lord of the Two Lands, and High Priest of every temple. The ruler was the representative of the gods on earth. His only job was to preserve the concept of Ma'at, truth, justice, balance, and harmony. Chaos was the thing ancient Egyptians dreaded the most. The throne of Egypt was reserved for men. A woman ruler was thought to upset the balance. But a few women rose to power during turbulent times. Nitocris was the last queen of the 6th dynasty. Sobekneferu was the last ruler of the 12th dynasty. The images of female pharaohs blend two paradigms: their status as women and their position as rulers. They often wore enimas, a head covering typical of male pharaohs. They also wore robes and skirts, which was also typical for men. The pharaoh's family was highly hierarchical. The queen held a position as the great wife of the king. Her job was to produce an heir. The monarch did not practice monogamy. Ramses II, for example, fathered over 100 children. Other concubines had lower status than the great wife, but their sons could still inherit the throne. High mortality rates made this a likely scenario. The succession was linked to the myth of Osiris and Horus. According to the myth, Osiris was the first pharaoh of Egypt. He was murdered by his jealous brother, Set. After his death, Osiris was resurrected by his wife Isis. Together, they gave birth to Horus. He later avenged his father's death by defeating Set. Each new pharaoh was the reincarnation of Horus. Therefore, the transfer of power continued the cycle. Egyptian rulers lived in the lap of luxury. When they rose from bed, they would be met by a team of servants. Servants would bathe the pharaoh. Some rulers, such as Hatshepsut, liked to be perfumed with oils. The pharaoh had a team of dressers. They specialized in everything from sandals to wigs. The Egyptians had actual laws about who could wear wigs. Slaves were banned from wearing them. The higher your status, the better wig you could wear. Royal wigs included gold and silver threads. Pharaohs sometimes wore fake beards as well. Every day, they visited the temple to make a sacrifice to the gods. Pharaohs traveled in sedan chairs, carried by servants. Fan bearers provided air conditioning. The entire entourage included over 50 people. Commoners ate a basic diet of bread, beer, and vegetables. The royals enjoyed dishes like goose and bull. They could also afford fresh fruits such as dates and figs. All that rich food likely led to vascular calcification. But that was nothing compared to the biggest threat to a pharaoh's reign: treacherous relatives.